like to call in until you feed them. That is when they'll come out. They are not adventurous like Nigerians. Okay. So with this Guinness record stuff, I think if what did well by throwing light in that area or within that space, and after Singathon, you would realize that a lot of Ghanaians have taken time to read into the rules and regulations for any other Guinness World Record that you would want to break. Now, when you look at business and a marketing level, you understand that it is an opportunity, not necessarily having to break the record that someone had already created or the record that someone has already made. It's not necessarily about breaking the record. Now, when you look at Ifua Santewe's issue, she was lucky enough that during her time, it met, let's say, the festive season, and not the festive season alone. It was like a pre-opener to another festive occasion, which was the just ended Athon tournament. Yeah. So you realize that within November, December, it was all about her. The creative space were all talking about her. Even Ghanaians didn't know how to actually partake in or right to even partake in any Guinness World Record to also try and break a record or set a new record. Now, when she was given that audience, people now understood that, okay, if this is how this thing works, then we can also try it. Maybe I'm good at riding bicycle. I'm good at, let's say, playing Lego. I'm good at fixing cameras, whatever it is. I can also try and do it. Let me check if someone has already done it or there's a record for that field, and I'll try and also break it. Now, when you look at the marketing level, as I was saying, it opens doors for you. Now, for Ifua, she was the luckiest of all. She had deals from the vice president. I wouldn't say deals, they were gifts. She had a V8, cash prizes. Apart from that, she was, I think, she was made ambassador for Ghana Tourism Authority or the Ministry of, I forgot whether the good for tourism. And due to that, she went to the Afcon tournament as well, which was fully sponsored. Apart from that, she had some sponsorship from the corporate bodies as well. So for her, she was very lucky that she met all the marketing gigs that came her way. Because mind you, all these corporate institutions are also looking out to sell their products and services. So they want to leverage on the number of people that follow Ifua. You understand me? Because if you are just coming out as someone who is coming to break a record and there's nothing that follows you, it's just for the fame, they will not even follow in the first place. And when you look at the track record for Ifua, she had in years past, she had organized some award schemes and events and stuff like that. So you realize that she's a little bit or well vexed within the space, but she needed another stepping stone, another platform to shoot high into the sky, and that was what she did. Now, coming back to what others are also saying now, that is an eye-opener for them. Yes, it is. But once again, we are in Ghana, a space where there's lack of employment. Mm-hmm. The unemployment rate is very high. Mm-hmm. So you realize that immediately someone shines light or throws light on a particular sector, on a particular space, everybody rushes there. And within, let's say, a period of 90 days, that space crashes. And you will not have anything to talk about that. And that is what is happening now. We are in the 90, I think we are in the third month. Yeah. December, January, February. Yeah. And we can all attest to the fact that the ton thing is dying out. Yeah. And mark it somewhere by the end of February, which will be the exact 90 days. It will be out of the system. It's because of a lack of employment. Everybody sees it as an opportunity for them to also gain something. Because they saw what Ifua got from Guinness World Record breaking stance. So they are all trying to do it with the mindset that, okay, if I'm also able to do this, then the probability that I'll get sponsorship from these corporates A, corporates B, will be there. Or some of these ministers, maybe the minister or the MP in my locality will also want to help. There's this guy I heard last week that he was trying to do the readathon. And within his locality, he had gone to most of the conferences within the hotels and other event organizations to try and secure a space just to do the readathon. And they all turned him down, or he had to pay cash. He got a free sponsorship from Kumasi. Because they have all realized that now when you do this thing, it comes with money. So they'll rather charge you upfront for you to use the space. Then whatever you get later, they will not have any problems with you. Understand me? And right after that, you realize everybody's trying to do whether cookathon, DJ Athon, but it's becoming, you know, it's becoming boring. In my opinion.
Say Ogidi Browns, my mean, so you outside or be chewing gum, sir.
Can you imagine? You understand me? Now, the relevance of breaking a Guinness World Record is not just for fun. People who break those records, they actually leverage the opportunity and the light that is thrown on them for a greater cause. For instance, there's this woman in India who I think hiked from one country to another. And anytime she does it to break a record.
So we have a couple of pictures as to what Readathon means to us in Ghana here. Yeah. So we'll be displaying the picture whilst we're having a conversation. We want you to join us. Let us know. And so we have this young boy who is the young artist. This one, how did they call him? Is it artist Athon who said there? Painter.
Can you imagine? I'm not trying to discourage this act though, but
so that's the longest DJ in marathon anyway. So 13th February to 24th of February. So it has been in the system now, is running. They started on Tuesday, I guess. Whilst my learned colleague, a colleague of that also was doing her own. So Ebenezer Smith is also a millennial chef, cookathon. Is also doing cookathon. It looks like the cookathon is becoming unabated. And then we also, that's it. You know, my good friend, my learned colleague in the industry, Efua. And so I spoke to her on phone, and it was so incredible. It's just quite unfortunate that I didn't go to support her because I was equally busy. So that is Faila 2. She also ended her own. It was another massive one inside Tamale. And so, yes, Papa Rani, Patrick and Menuvo. I say the men fraternity was not happy with this gentleman. I'll say Standathon. Now, after yes, started Standathon. Within some hour, later, no. Chairman say I give up. Then he came. He came for an interview. Was like, I am doing that for fame, man.
Exactly. That's the nose. They are leveraging on it.
But he said he's coming back. He's coming back. The second coming of, Standathon is about to happen. It was quite funny. But then, yes, he also made an attempt, and so this is the man of the day. He has been trending over. He called this one Kissathon. Kissathon. Now, that day, he came and then I asked him, do you know this lady? Is the lady your girlfriend? How well prepared are you, medical wise and all? They say, oh, I'm the baby. But the lady didn't the girlfriend. It was just somebody that he called that, can we do this? The lady said yes. In fact, I've spoken to the lady he said for one way or the other, he doesn't want to grant an interview now, but at the right time, she will come. He doesn't want to talk about this because she has been advised. So, yes. King is also in the building, Kissathon. He brought a letter recently, just yesterday, that he will be doing the longest car kissing. The longest car kissing. That's another challenge. I think they have replied, Guinness World have actually replied him that he will be embarking on that. So we're hoping to see that. Whilst, funny enough, let me come to Chief. Funny enough, those that actually partake in this thorn thing, actually, we've not had any, good result yet. If we're like this, we're still waiting. That they say, I think it's 90 days or so before they can review everything. That takes like 3 months or so. And so we're still waiting. But yet, people are still going into it. Do you think it's just a way for us to get there? It's a quicker way to be in the limelight? That's the reason why we are doing this.
Okay, to me, though it's a quicker way to be in the limelight, but to me, I would say it's a good thing. Okay. It's a good attempt for the putting Ghana on the map in a way. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's what I would see. I would say so they are trying to put Ghana on the map. But today, the people doing it, like the cookathon, the one Faila also. Yeah. According to her husband, it was like one day it was with his wife, and it was like, oh, they have a restaurant. So they want a way to promote the restaurant.
Exactly.
They, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They want a way to promote the restaurant. So the only thing on there, they said they will do kukato. You get what I'm saying? For Felila to be famous, and definitely if she's famous, everybody will be like, me kwa did you mama no yeah kukato. What's that make an answer? To just promote a business. What's that make an answer? And anyone will apply for win it's all because of fame. But I feel like kind of for idea buy a passion too much.
Rush.
Won't you do blog-a-thon?
How long can you blog?
Are you been blogging from morning to evening?
You have already been doing it. You understand me?
I blog because of my other businesses that I run. I blog 4 times a day. Now 4 times a day, I'm a brand new.